I gave them everything for 20 years. Every week, $700. Never missed a payment. But when my daughter blew out her candles, 2 chairs sat empty, the chairs that mattered most. What my mother told me next destroyed me. This is my story. Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm 42 years old. I'm a single mother. I have a beautiful daughter named Emma. She just turned 7. For the past 20 years, I've been sending money to my parents, $700 every single week, rain or shine, good times or bad. I never asked for anything in return. I just wanted to take care of them, the way they took care of me. But something happened 3 weeks ago, something that broke my heart into a million pieces. My parents didn't come to Emma's birthday party. They promised they would be there. Emma counted down the days. She made them special invitation cards. She picked out their favorite cake flavor, but they never showed up. When I called to ask why, what my mother said changed everything. It made me question 20 years of sacrifice. It made me wonder if love was ever really there. Stay with me, because what happened next will shock you. And maybe, just maybe, my story will help you see your own life differently. Before we begin, please hit that subscribe button. You're joining a family of strong women who share real stories, stories that matter. Now let me take you back to where it all started. 20 years ago, I was 22, fresh out of college, full of dreams. I got my first real job. I was making decent money. My parents weren't rich. They worked hard their whole lives. Dad was a mechanic. Mom cleaned houses. They gave me everything they could. One day, Dad's back gave out. He couldn't work anymore. Mom's hours got cut. They were struggling, really struggling. I remember sitting at their kitchen table, the same table where I did my homework as a kid. Mom was crying. Dad looked defeated. "We might lose the house," Mom whispered. Those words crushed me. I made a decision that day, a decision that would shape the next 20 years of my life. "I'll help you," I said. "Every week I'll send money. You raised me, now it's my turn to take care of you." Mom hugged me so tight. Dad had tears in his eyes. "We'll pay you back," he promised. "You don't need to," I told him. "Family doesn't keep score." I started sending them $700 every single week. It wasn't easy. I had to work overtime. I took extra shifts. I said no to vacations. I said no to nice things for myself. But I didn't mind, because I thought I was doing the right thing. I thought I was being a good daughter. 5 years into helping my parents, I met someone. His name was Michael. We fell in love. We got married. We were happy. Then I got pregnant with Emma. The day I found out, I was terrified. Money was already tight. How would we afford a baby? But when I held Emma for the first time, nothing else mattered. She was perfect. Tiny fingers, tiny toes, a whole universe in her eyes. Michael worked hard. I worked hard. We made it work, even with the $700 going to my parents every week. But when Emma was 2, Michael left. He said he couldn't handle the pressure anymore, the stress, the money problems. Suddenly, I was alone, a single mother with a toddler, still sending $700 to my parents every week. I thought about stopping the payments, just for a while, until I got back on my feet. But every time I considered it, I'd hear Mom's voice. "What would we do without you? You're our lifeline. You're such a good daughter." So I kept going. I worked 2 jobs, sometimes 3. Emma went to daycare early. I picked her up late. I missed her first steps because I was at work. I missed her first words because I was exhausted. But I told myself it was worth it. I was taking care of my family. As Emma grew, things got harder. She needed things: school supplies, clothes that fit, birthday parties with her friends. But every week, that $700 went out, like clockwork, never late, never missed. I remember one Christmas. Emma was 5. She wanted a bike, just a simple pink bike. I looked at my bank account. After rent, food, and the money to my parents, there wasn't enough. I had to tell her Santa might bring something smaller that year. The look on her face broke me. Meanwhile, my parents bought a new car. They went on a cruise. They renovated their kitchen. I was happy for them. I thought, this is what I'm working for, so they can enjoy their retirement. But sometimes, late at night, I wondered, was it fair? Was I doing the right thing? I pushed those thoughts away. Good daughters don't think like that. I started shopping at thrift stores for Emma's clothes. I clipped every coupon. I bought the cheapest groceries. We never went out to eat. We never went on vacation. Emma never complained. She was such a good kid, so understanding, so mature for her age. But sometimes I'd catch her looking at other kids with new backpacks, kids going to Disney World, kids whose moms weren't always tired. It killed me inside. 3 months ago, Emma came to me. Her eyes were shining. "Mom, my birthday is in 3 months. Can we have a real party this year with Grandma and Grandpa?" My heart swelled. Emma rarely asked for anything, and she loved my parents, even though they lived 2 hours away, even though they didn't visit often. "Of course, baby," I told her. "We'll have the best party ever." I started planning immediately. I saved extra money. I picked up more shifts. Emma and I made decorations together. She was so excited. She made special invitations for my parents. She drew pictures of them. She wrote, "Please come. I love you." I called my parents. "Mom, Dad, Emma's birthday is on the 15th. She really wants you there. Can you come?" "Of course," Mom said. "We wouldn't miss it for the world. Our granddaughter's birthday." Emma counted down the days. She circled the date on the calendar. She planned where Grandma and Grandpa would sit. She picked out their favorite cake flavor. But they never showed up. When I called to ask why, what my mother said changed everything. It made me question 20 years of sacrifice. It made me wonder if love was ever really there. That night, after Emma went to bed, I called my parents. My hands were shaking. "Hello?" Mom answered. She sounded cheerful, like nothing was wrong. "Mom, where were you today?" "Oh, honey, I'm sorry. Something came up." Something came up. Those 3 words, after 20 years of never missing a payment, after my daughter spent weeks planning, after she cried herself to sleep. "Something came up?" I repeated. "What could possibly be more important than your granddaughter's birthday?" There was silence. Then Mom sighed. "Well, the Johnsons invited us to their lake house. It was a last-minute thing. You know how hard it is to get an invitation there. We couldn't say no." The lake house. They missed Emma's birthday for a lake house party. "Mom, Emma was devastated. She made you special invitations. She picked out your favorite foods. She waited by the door for hours." "She's young," Mom said. "She'll get over it. There will be other birthdays." "That's not the point," my voice was rising. "She needed you there. I needed you there. After everything I've done—" "After everything you've done," Mom interrupted. "Sarah, we raised you. We fed you. We clothed you. We paid for your education. You owe us." Those words hit me like a punch. "You owe me?" I repeated. "Yes," Mom said. "That money you send, that's the least you can do, after all we sacrificed for you." I couldn't breathe. 20 years, $700 a week. That's over $700,000. And it wasn't a gift. It wasn't love. It was a debt they were collecting. That night, I didn't sleep. I did the math. $700 a week, 52 weeks a year, 20 years, $728,000. That's what I had given them. And in return, they couldn't give my daughter 2 hours. They couldn't give her 1 birthday. I thought about all the things Emma and I could have had: a house, vacations, college savings, time together instead of me working constantly. I thought I was helping them survive, but they've been thriving. New cars, cruises, kitchen renovations, lake house parties. You didn't need my money. You just wanted it. After everything we did for you, Mom yelled. You were my parents, I said quietly. Raising me wasn't a business investment. It was your job, your choice. I never asked to be born. But Emma, I chose to have Emma, and I'm choosing her now. I'm choosing to give her the life I should have given her all along. I hung up. My hands were shaking, but for the first time in 20 years, I felt free. That was 3 weeks ago. My parents have called 17 times. I haven't answered. They've sent messages, angry ones, guilt-tripping ones. Some relatives have called me selfish. They don't know the whole story. But you know what? I don't care anymore. Last week, I took Emma shopping. I bought her new clothes, not from the thrift store. New clothes that fit perfectly. Her face lit up. Really, Mom? These are for me? I cried in the dressing room, happy tears, because she should have had this all along. I opened a savings account for her college. I put in the first $700, the $700 that would have gone to my parents. Every week, that's where it goes now, into Emma's future. We're planning a vacation, just the two of us. Emma has never been on a plane. She's never seen the ocean. She will now. I'm not working 3 jobs anymore, just one. I pick Emma up from school myself. We have dinner together every night. We talk, we laugh, we're building memories. I'm still scared sometimes. I wonder if I did the right thing. The guilt creeps in. But then I look at Emma, and I know I made the right choice. Because she's my daughter, and she deserves a mother who puts her first, not second, not after everyone else, first. If you're watching this, maybe you see yourself in my story. Maybe you're giving everything to people who take you for granted. Maybe you're sacrificing your children's happiness for someone else's comfort. Maybe you're carrying guilt that isn't yours to carry. I want you to know something. You are not selfish for choosing yourself. You are not selfish for choosing your children. You are not a bad daughter, a bad son, a bad person. Love should never feel like debt. Family should never feel like chains. If my story touched you, please subscribe to this channel. Join our family. We share real stories here, stories that matter, stories that help us heal. Leave a comment below. Tell me your story. You're not alone. We're in this together. Hit that like button if this resonated with you. Share this video with someone who needs to hear it, someone who's carrying too much, someone who needs permission to choose themselves. Next week, I'll share what happened after I stopped the payments, how Emma and I are building our new life. You won't want to miss it. Remember, you are worthy. You are enough. You deserve happiness. Not someday, today. Thank you for listening to my story. Thank you for being here. Take care of yourself. Choose yourself. I'll see you in the next video.